If you do any prospecting with LinkedIn, you have got to go get set up with Surf. That's SURFE. It's a tool you can use to add new contacts to your CRM system directly from LinkedIn in seconds. I'm using it every single day. I add contacts, follow my deals, keep track of notes, and it ends up saving me a bunch of time on prospecting and outreach, which means I can spend more time moving my deals along. The data is always 100% accurate since I don't have to copy and paste all the fields over from each and every contact that I want to put in my CRM. Instead, Surf does that all automatically with just one click in about 60 seconds. The team over at Surf has put together a very special offer for fans of sales players. There's a link down in the show notes, and you can use the promo code JWSurf5. Don't forget the E at the end of Surf. That's JWSurf5 for 5% off your first year. Don't spend another minute doing things manually. Go get set up with Surf. Here are 4 areas you need to make sure you're emphasizing in your pitch right now so that you can cut through the noise and sell during an economic downturn or recession. I don't know. We might be in a recession, but we're calling it a downturn for the sake of this episode because I'm not an economist. So if you're listening to this, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. It's November of 2022, and we have seen layoffs in the tens of thousands from some of the biggest companies in tech. And, insult to injury, there's been issues in the stock market. There's macroeconomic factors at play here. And the data that's coming out about sales and sales attainment over the last 6 months is not looking good. We're talking around 40% of reps actually hit their quota in the last quarter. And it's not looking like it's going to get easier anytime soon. In fact, I think we can expect several months and several quarters of a tough selling environment. So this episode is going to be focused on 4 areas that you need to make sure are outlined and highlighted in your pitch that will help you cut through the noise, resonate with your prospects, and help your buyers understand your true value and what's in it for them. So I'm going to take it from the top here. Number 1 is you need to make sure that you're emphasizing how you lower costs for your buyers. And there's a few ways that this can take shape. Lowering costs can be that you're a cheaper solution than your competitors, or maybe you're lower cost because you replace a really expensive process in their business, and that's going to lower their costs. Maybe you improve, some form of efficiency in the business, and because of that efficiency gain, you're actually lowering the costs because they don't have to hire more people to solve more problems. They can do more with less, and I'll get to that in a minute. Maybe you're lower cost in the sense that you're consolidating other processes or technologies together, and that's going to save them money. What companies are wanting right now is to lower their operating expenditures or OpEx. And if you can show and prove that your SaaS tool or your SaaS solution can help a brand or a company lower their OpEx, you're going to be ahead of the game. So that's number 1. Number 2, how do you help your buyers do more with less? How do you help them maximize efficiency? Do you make their people more productive? Are you automating parts of their business that would normally have to go through a person? Are you streamlining some aspect of their business that cuts out a lot of the red tape? What is it specifically that your SaaS tool does that can help them do more with less? And be sure you're speaking to that in your pitch. How do you help your buyers do more with less? Right now, companies want to be able to stretch their current resources as much as possible and achieve, maximum productivity, maximum profit with, less resources. So do more with less is number 2. Number 3, what is your product doing to help them minimize or completely eliminate risk? This is something that I think transcends even an economic downturn. Companies are always looking for ways to mitigate risk. So if you have a good story and you have proof of how you're helping customers minimize or eliminate risk, you're going to be winning. You're going to be ahead of the game by showcasing that. So what are some examples of how you eliminate risk? Well, maybe your SaaS product helps them stay compliant, helps them avoid a tax burden. Maybe your SaaS, eliminates the risk of churning customers or churning revenue or losing deals. Whatever it does, you need to make sure you have a concise story about how your SaaS helps them mitigate risks, especially right now with a lot of economic uncertainty. Large companies, small companies, all companies really want to be able to mitigate their risks. So that's number 3. The last one, number 4, is consolidation. How will your SaaS help them consolidate technologies, consolidate expenses? Does it do so by automating jobs in some way, or automating tasks anyway? It may not automate a full job, but maybe it automates some tasks that then make it easier for employees to do more with less. That's number 2. But how is it also going to consolidate their technology spend? Can your SaaS product do the work of 3 or 4 other pieces of technology that they can then cancel those services, sunset those services, and implement your SaaS in place of those? So consolidation is going to be very important, and it ties back into almost all of the other bullets, which is you're going to lower costs if you can consolidate technologies. You're going to be able to do more with less because you have literally less systems to manage and deploy. And then it's less risky to have all of those different relationships, all those different expenses. So consolidation is number 4. So think about that long and hard. For anyone who's out there prospecting or pitching or presenting, what are, in those 4 things, what is it that your SaaS does that solves for those 4 things? How do you do it? Share a story around how you've helped a customer solve for those 4 things. And you should be able to, at the very least, keep playing the game during an economic downturn that we're in right now. And I hope that helps someone out there. And thanks for listening.